Howdy, howdy, howdy. Back for our next challenge, which says, determine the 18th term of 4, 4 plus 2x, and 4 plus 4x. Okay, this is pretty cool. Always starting off by rewriting our equation. Well, that's just the way I like to do it. So let's do that quickly then, shall we? So we've got 4 and 4 plus 2x, and then 4 plus 4x. Okay. Before we go ahead, hopefully you guys can actually see what type of sequence we're looking at here. All right. Notice that we have the constant 4, and all that has happened from the first term to the second term is we have added a 2x, and again from the second term to the third term we have added a 2x. Now, because we're adding, we know that this is going to be an arithmetic sequence. All right. Don't fret because we have a variable. All right. Let's think of it as an opportunity to see how these sequences work in an abstract form. Okay. All right, so now that we know that this is an arithmetic sequence, let's talk about what our standard form is in order to create our general nth term. Here we go, which is Tn is equal to a plus open bracket n minus 1 close bracket d. Now, when we do the general nth term in this case, it's going to look a little bit weird, right? Because we're still going to have an n there, but we're also going to have an x because our difference here, our constant difference, is 2x, so it's going to look a little bit crazy. Alright, so let's just quickly check. The value of a, again, remember, is the value of the first term, so that is 4. Let's put that in red. And the value of d, as I just spoke about it now, is going to be 2x. Remember, d stands for the difference. Quite an easy association. Alright, so let's go into doing the substitution and see what a general nth term will actually look like. So we have Tn is equal to the value of our first term, which is 4, plus open bracket n minus 1, another value of d, which is going to be 2x. Okay, fantastic. Let's go ahead and use distributive law and clean this all up. So nothing is affecting the 4. It is going to stay as is. 4 plus, and we have 2x multiplied by n. So that's going to give us this crazy thing that says 2nx, right? And then 2x multiplied by negative 1 is going to give us minus 2x. Okay, alright, looks a little bit different to the ones that we've done in the past, but not too crazy. Let's continue to see how it's actually going to play out. Remember, before we commit to this being a general nth term, we should test it. So my favorite, as everyone knows, is going to be the middle guy, and in this case we have T1, T2, and T3. So term 2 is our middle guy, and that's the one we're going to work for. So T2, taking the place of the n, right, is going to equal 4 plus 2. Oh, we've bumped into an n, so we have to open brackets, place a 2, and then we need to put our x back, right, and then minus 2x. Okay, looks a little bit better because this time we only have one variable, and remember our actual sequence has variables in it, so we're on the right track. Let's go ahead and simplify what's happening here. We have 4, that's not affected by anything. Then we have 2 times 2, which is 4, so we have 4x minus 2x. Fantastic. Okay, so this now becomes, let's look at our variables first, right? 4x minus 2x is the same. As soon as we have the same variable, we just look at the constant, so it's 4 minus 2, which gives us 2x. Okay, and then we have 4. Although, let's be honest, our sequence, it isn't the variable first, so let me just erase that, and we'll put it in the same way that it is represented in a sequence. So it'll be 4 plus 2x. Okay, that is what we're saying is the second term, and let's check. Yes, it is. All right, so we have proven that our general nth term is correct. All right, I'm just going to scoot him over to the side, and then we can have a look at how what our actual challenge is, right? Which is what they say. They say, please determine the 18th term of the sequence. So using the same principle, we're just going to put an 18 in the place of n. All right, so we have T18 is equal to, whoopsie daisy, is equal to 4 plus, what do we have, 2, and now we bump into an n, so we're going to put an 18. Okay, and now we have an x and a minus 2x. There we go. All right, so let's have a look at this. 4 is going to stay as is. 2 times 18, that's quite a good challenge. I believe that is 36. So plus 36x minus 2x. Okay, and keeping the 4 in the beginning, just following the same type of pattern that's happening in our sequence. And then let's just say 36x minus 2x, and that's going to give us plus 34x. And so the value of the 18th term is 4 plus 34x. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. We'll see each other in the next video.